What is going on, my Super Saiyan? Which is Rhymestyle here, and it's that time of month again. We have V-Jump leaks as well as a bunch of stuff happening in Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle and Dragon Ball Legends, especially Dragon Ball Legends, and we'll talk about that part later just because there's more to cover with that game as opposed to with Dokkan. So first and foremost, let's talk about Dokkan. Remember the time when Dokkan gave Goku Vegeta and LRs? We have the original LR Goku, which changed the game. We have LR Super Saiyan 3 Tech Goku. We have the free LR that you got from Super Battle Road. Too many Gokus. If you want to count Gogeta and Vegeta, technically Goku's part of that as well, but so is Vegeta, so I guess that doesn't count. Point is, Goku gets way too much love in this game. Where's the Vegeta love? Well, it's finally time to get to the point because we are getting a brand new LR Vegeta. Not just an LR Vegeta, but it's a free-to-play LR Vegeta over the course of the near future. I have no idea when the release date is. I'm sure we'll get the in-game news sometime soon. But basically, we're going to get a Vegeta that's going to achieve Super Saiyan form via LR by getting 777 medals. Similar to what we saw with the Pod Frieza, the original LR Goku, and whatever other units had the 777 medal grind. I have no idea what the event's going to be or how it's going to be restricted, because usually they are. But once we get more details on that in the future, we'll talk about that in a later video. But this is all we know. It is going to be based around Vegeta when he went Super Saiyan for the first time against Android 19. You can tell that off the card art. And on top of that, if you look at the SSR, like the base SSR form, he's all beat up in the time chamber or the gravity chamber, which shows that this is Vegeta post-Namek training to achieve Super Saiyan so he can rival Goku. So that's the stage we are. Because he is that Vegeta from that era, I assume it's going to be an extreme type. I'm sure it's written somewhere in these scans, but I don't have the translations at the time that I'm recording this video. And in fact, I'm going to have in the description below the link to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle subreddit, which at some point later today should have all the translations and all the breakdowns. So make sure you check out their subreddit as well at some point later in the day. So I assume because this is going to be that Vegeta, it's going to be based around not Final Flash, but Big Bang Attack. I don't think it's going to have Final Flash unless they decide to be really, really creative with this one and they give him a transformation mechanic where he can go into his buff form. But I highly doubt it because it is a free-to-play unit, and Bandai tends to always kind of shaft the free-to-play units every single time. For the love of God, Bandai, don't give him a flat boost. Give him a percent boost when it comes down to it. I swear if they give him like a 50,000 attack boost or something like that, I'm going to flip out because they always seem to do that. Flat rates suck. Percentage is all about. Give us the percentage-based stuff. So once we get more details on the card, once the unit comes out and all that stuff, I'll cover it later day, but that's all we know for now. So who's hyped? If you're hyped and excited for LR Vegeta, make sure you slap a like in the video. In the comment section below, also comment Vegeta hype or LR Vegeta hype, whatever you want to say. What about Legends? Legends has a lot of stuff happening, actually. Let me actually switch over to the scan so I can talk about it as I go into it. So first and foremost, let's talk about the brand new units. Now, I do want to point out that there is some rumors going around that Gogeta and Janemba will be coming out fairly soon in the game. I don't know how valid the rumors actually are, but this is based around Future Reborn being released in theaters here in the US on November 2nd, I want to say, early November. Outside that, we have no real evidence that Gogeta and Janemba are coming out, but a lot of rumors are swirling around that they are going to come out very, very soon, and it kind of makes sense because Future Reborn is around the corner. So once we have news about that, confirming it, we'll talk about that in another video, but I do want to point it out, sort of save some crystals for that case, in case that ends up being true. If that ends up not being true, good news is we have some more Majin Buu arc characters coming out consisting of Gotenks, Dabura, and Majin Buu. Now, I don't have the actual details yet of what the cards do, just because with these scans, they rarely reveal anything. We see Angry Buu, which I assume is going to have Angry Explosion. Potentially Candy Beam, because we do see he has Cookie Dabura on the card art. We have Dabura, which I feel like is going to be a game changer, because I'm sure they're going to incorporate him with the Stone Spit, which has been kind of a signature move to him. But then again, actually, if you look at the card art, he has his basic Evil Blast, which is probably going to be his main attack. But the big one on here, the elephant in the room, is Gotenks. And the reason why he's an elephant in the room is because hybrids have been absolutely devastating PvP in the game right now. They're so powerful, especially with Goten. Goten and Kid Trunks are monsters. And I feel like when you add this guy in here as well, because I'm sure he's going to have the Hybrid Saiyan tag, which I'm pretty sure it's already confirmed, on top of the merge tag, which will be useful later when Gogeta comes out, actually. I feel like the new meta is going to be wild around this Gotenks. He's going to be the unit you want to get. I assume that this is going to be a USD 5, or no, USD 6, USD 5, whatever, where we at as far as releases banner. And I feel like if Gogeta and Janemba do end up happening, it's probably going to be part of the Legends Rising banner. So keep that in mind as we go into the next couple weeks. There should be some confirmations very, very soon. In fact, I also want to point out that right now in the in-game menu, after last night's maintenance, they mentioned that there is a 5-day countdown to something super hype and crazy. So I don't know if this is going to be about the next part I'm going to talk about, or if that's in reference to Gogeta and Janemba. But again, we'll find out as we get closer to the next 5 days as we see what they end up having planned for us. So that's exciting. Between the three characters, Fat Buu, Dabura, and Gotenks, who are you most excited to play as and why? Let me know in the comment section below. The last one, the last big news is Shallot is finally going Super Saiyan. Now, there's both good and bad news with this. Good news is he's finally going to have the ability to change his super attack. If you guys know, the thing they're going to do with Shallot is based on your friendship rank with your characters, you'll be able to teach attacks to Shallot. So in this case, for example, if you use, let's say, Frieza a lot, you can teach Shallot to use a Death Ball. If you use Goku a lot, you can teach him to use Kamehameha, and vice versa. Basically, any attack that is kind of like the signature move to a character can be taught to Shallot. You can see it actually in the menu that says can be taught, actually, if you look at the attacks that the characters use. So he's going to be able to change his attack. I think his new main ability that he'll be able to achieve in this game is going to be Super Saiyan, because as you can see on the bottom of the scan, he does seem to go Super Saiyan. So I assume what's going to happen is right now I think his main ability boosts his attack and his strike attack and his key attack. I don't really use Shallot, so I don't remember. But I think you'll be able to upgrade it to the point where he goes Super Saiyan. Now this is the bad news, and this is speculation on my point actually. If you zoom in on the background, he is still technically a hero unit, and that's why actually this is a big concern on the subreddit as well, the Dragon Ball Legends subreddit, which by the way, in the description below. Will it matter? Will the Super Saiyan even matter, or the ability to, you know, change attacks matter if the stats are still very, very low? Because the thing about Shallot is he is a hero unit, and when it comes down to hero units, they tend to severely lack when they go up against extreme units, and especially going against sparking units. That's why no one uses Shallot online right now. Shallot, I feel like, is going to be useful later if they ever decide to release the dark meta. In case you guys don't know what dark characters do, dark characters have the ability to have tap advantage against everything, and the only thing to beat dark characters are light characters, in this case, Shallot. So if they ever get to that point, Shallot's going to be meta, you know, against those characters, but for now, he's just kind of there. So I don't know if they're going to improve his stats to the point where if he does go Super Saiyan, that he has like sparking style stats or, you know, extreme style stats, which could be a possibility. For all I know, he is a hero unit that when you activate his main ability, he transforms and becomes an extreme unit or a sparking unit. I think that'd be cool. That kind of makes sense. But for now, it is up in the air whether or not he'll be actually useful. It is cool to finally see the man go Super Saiyan, because I like Shallot a lot. It's just that he's just so lacking right now, especially with all the units that came out since the game came out. He just doesn't stand a chance. So the question is how much of a boost will he get when he goes Super Saiyan? I guess we'll find out over the course of the next couple of weeks. So this is what I was talking about. The 5-day countdown could also be in regards to him going Super Saiyan as well, which I'm sure we'll get like a story mode around it, and then you'll be able to access his special menu that lets you change his super attacks as well as main ability. And as far as what else he can do with main abilities, I'm sure down the line they can have even more stuff planned, like Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, or even Super Saiyan God and above. But it's kind of cool that he has that uniqueness to his character, but still it comes down to the fact that he's not that useful. So if the stats don't change, he's still going to be just one of those characters that you might only use for story mode aspects, and that's about it. In fact, comment section below, does anyone here still even use Shallot except for Kagi? Big shout out to Kagi. Let me know down below. But other than that, that's everything. So if you're excited for all the Dragon Ball news that came out today, I also had a Xenoverse video which talked about a new mode which features 5v1, which you can check out as well in the description below. If you're excited about all the news, let me know what you're most happy about in the comment section below. And other than that, feel free to slap a like on the video if you enjoyed today's update. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed us today. My name is Rhymestyle. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.